guys, so today I'm testing out Primark's new K-pop range. They brought out a beauty makeup range which is kind of, I think it's supposed to be inspired by like Korean beauty and Korean makeup and that kind of style. So yeah, I thought I would just try some of the new beauty range. I've only got 4 items, well 5 items which I've purchased and 3 that I'm going to be using. So I've already done my makeup and everything. I just wanted to use the eyeshadow palettes and the cheek palettes and show you if they're any good. So I thought I'd put my hair up with my little pom-poms. So first up we have the Sugar Rush palette. This is the eyeshadow palette they've brought out and it is cherry fragranced apparently. So overall I really like the packaging. It's very sweet and cute. It does go with the theme of kind of Korean beauty makeup. They're usually quite cutesy and pink and pastel, so that's quite cute. I do like that. So it's just like a little cardboard kind of eyeshadow palette and this was £5. Now this one was £4 and the other palette was £5, so I'm not too sure why this one was cheaper because you get more product in it, so I'm not too sure why. So when you open it up it has the sweetest thing written at the top and then it has 369 eyeshadows in there and they're all in heart shaped and the middle one has a little smiley face in the heart. So I thought it was rather sweet and the colours were quite different to kind of what Primark have done. They usually stick with more of the neutrals because I know they have a nude range what's just come out. So in here there's like more of a goldy yellow which is kind of what drew me to this palette because I like kind of quirky colours. Next to it is kind of more of like an orangey peach, then a pastel pink, then there's more of a orangey peachy, like a lighter shade of that version basically. The middle is just a nice purple, then there's more of a shimmery pink, there is a brown, a metallic-y shimmery mint greeny turquoisey colour, and then just a natural base colour cream just to go all over your eyelids. So I'm not too sure which ones I'll start with. I know I'll start with this as a base and then I'll probably go in with the yellows and the oranges. I really want to try this one out, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, it might be a little bit more brighter now because I'm using my ring light hoping it'll pick the colours up a bit more. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with this kind of creamy colour and just go all over as a base. Now I wasn't sure if these would be any good eyeshadow primer on because I had a feeling the pigment wouldn't be great. I do like Primark makeup, just I know that eyeshadow palettes and things have a lot of fallout and don't really show up. Like when you swatch them on your fingers they're amazing because I did swatch in store, but I know when you put it actually on your eyes that it doesn't actually come out as the colour, like as strong and pigmented. So I'm just putting this underneath my brow bone and sort of covering where I've put my primer. My primer is kind of like a moussey coloured one, so I was hoping it would cling to the fallout a bit more, but maybe I should have tested without to see how good it is. So overall that colour was good, but you can't really go wrong with kind of like creamy base colours because they're not a colour what has to be super pigmented. So I'm gonna go in with this yellow here and just start on the inner corners and go out, and then I'll use a darker shade here. I think there is a little bit of fallout what's coming out on the pan. I kind of expected that. Oh whoa, actually it's coming out. Okay, I turned my ring light off because I think you couldn't see the colour because it was just so bright. I need to get some kind of light boxes so it has light so you can see things but it doesn't distort how the colours look. But this yellow is actually coming out pretty well. I'm very impressed with this. That's yellow. I do have a NYX Ultimate palette which has like yellows and things what I've used for some Halloween tutorials, and NYX is really good. They're really pigmented and the colours what are in the pan are basically what come out on your eyes. So I wasn't expecting much from this because my NYX palette was about £18. More colours in it though, but it was about £18 for like better quality I was presuming, and then this was £4. So if you do like that palette, this is a good dupe for it for some of the colours. Awesome, I'm really impressed with that. So hopefully it picks up on camera, but I just put yellow from the inner corners out to the kind of middle bit and all over my lid here, but it's really like yellow but not in a weird way. I find it quite like it would be wearable in the day. Well, I wear anything in the day anyway. So I'm going to go in with this colour here. It's a shame they didn't name these colours, like put little names underneath them of what was related to the kind of theme they were doing, I think it would have been like a touch more kind of put an effort in, but I know it was only like a £4 palette, but it just would have been cute to have the names so you could say which colours you're using. It would have made it like come together a little bit more. So I'm just going to pack this on with the same brush and then put it on my lid and out a bit. There is a lot of fallout in the pan, not so much on me, which is good. Usually that happens. Whoa, this is a lot more kind of neon-y orangey peach than I thought. However, this will be very good for conventions. Like I have Hyper Japan, which I still need to buy tickets for, but I have Hyper Japan coming up in July. I think it's July. I go a bit more crazy with my makeup and things there because anything goes. So this will be really useful even though you could wear it day to day, probably not at work. For convention wise, this is perfect because you can do something what's like really like kawaii themed, or if you're cosplaying, it has some great colours for like cosplay. You could even blank your eyebrows out and then use them over your eyebrows, like the yellow. Looks like Hunger Games inspired, using the yellow and the orange together, or Pokemon inspired. But that one was really pigmented as well. It went on really nicely and they blended well together. They kind of like blended into each other so it didn't look too kind of patchy. We'll go purple. We'll go purple and we'll try and make it work. I don't really like destroying the little faces because there's like a little smiley happy face, like a really cutesy face in there, and I hate destroying it when they put really nice prints in. There's a lot of fallout on that one, I think because it's one of the darkest colours in there, so I'm gonna try and be careful not to put it all on my face. Okay, it's not a dark purple, it's kind of more of a like lilac-y, but it goes with my mascara at the bottom quite well, so that's good. So it kind of blends together. They blend really nicely together though, but it actually kind of works well. Sometimes such contrasting colours do work well. So overall, I'm very impressed with this. For £4, that's not bad for an entire palette with 9 colours. So all the colours I used was just the cream for my base, the yellow for my inner corner, and then the kind of peachy. It's kind of hard to differentiate between these shades. That's why I wish they had kind of shade names. But this kind of lighter peachy orangey colour, and then the purple for the outer and in my crease. And they blend really nicely. I'd love to try some of the greens and the browns and this orange colour for another look. So maybe I'll do another video if you want to see what those colours look like. So the next thing I picked up was Sweet Cheeks from the K-pop range, and this is blush and highlight palette, and it's also cherry fragranced. So then when you open it up, it says sweet as sugar, and I think it smells like cherry. Oh, it does. Oh, do you know what that smells like? You know when you were younger and you used to get things from Claire's, and you used to get like the Claire's lip balms, like the rolly ones, and they were like cherry flavoured and strawberry. So in this palette you have 4 colours for either cheek or highlight, so I think they're just multi-purpose kind of things. You can even use them on your eyes, I'm presuming. What's nice with this one, see this one was £5 and I'm not too sure why it's more expensive, but it does have names for each of the colours. So at the top you have, it's more of a kind of goldy highlight, and that was called Lemon Sherbet. Then we have Candy Floss, which is kind of a mauvey pink, and then at the bottom you have Bonbon, which is more of a like true baby kind of pink. Then Jelly Bean, which I think is my favourite, which is kind of like an iridescent purple, and they all have cute little faces. So they have like happy faces, sleepy faces, and surprise faces, which I think is a nice little touch. Not too sure which ones I'm gonna use. I usually have a goldy highlight for most days, but I think I'm gonna go for Jelly Bean just because it looks super pretty. So I'm just gonna use my brush in Jelly Bean. See, these have quite a bit of fallout as well. I'm just gonna use it from the tops of my cheekbones. Oh, it is quite purple, so I'll just use this on the top of my cheekbones. Then I'll go in with Bonbon and put that on my cheeks. So I'll use a blusher brush, even though I don't really use... Whoa, okay, that was super pigmented. Might have to dust that off a little bit. I usually have a matte blush. Oh, that's super pretty though. I didn't pick up all of the stuff in the collection. They do have some kind of like cushion, I think they're cushion blushes. So they have quite a few cushion blushes, and they also have some tints. There is some matte options. I just went for the palettes because I wasn't too sure. But this is good as a blush, like if you like a shiny blush. So I don't know if you can see it, but it is quite pink and it does come out. It is very glowy. I think I'm gonna go in with the goldy one to do the rest of my highlight on my face, like down my nose, because it's the only colour which I think won't look too crazy with the rest of the colours. These are more pigmented than I thought, so just be careful when you're actually putting them on. This one's a bit more subtle. I usually use like a gold highlight most days. Whoa, okay, that showed up a bit more than I thought. Maybe I'll just go over the purpley one with this underneath my brows. I think in real life this is a lot more brighter and more colourful. Well, that looks pretty. So overall I'm quite happy with this. I do have some other highlighters I would prefer to use, but maybe it's just trying to work out the best way to use these. I think Bonbon was really nice. Jelly Bean was gonna be my favourite, but I think as a highlighter on me it didn't work well because of my skin tone. I think on darker skin tones it might look a bit better than on me personally, but I think for eyeshadow wise it would look really nice as an eyeshadow. I haven't used candy floss, but if I swatch it on myself it's more of a mauvey pinky kind of brownie colour, and then this is just like a kind of goldy colour which I think looked really nice as a highlight, and it just makes my skin look nicer. But I think the packaging is really cute. For £5 it's not bad. You get like full blushes and highlights. They did have some other random little bits as well from the K-pop beauty range, such as a beauty sponge which had like an egg case which had like a cute little face on it, and I think they had like a brush cleaner and some sort of random little bits. So I did pick up these just because the packaging was super cute and you can always use a pair of tweezers. This was £1.50 and it has one tweezer which has a panda on, and it's kind of the pointed kind, so it's easier to get those like hairs you can't really reach. Then you have one what's a bunny with bunny ears and polka dots on, which is just the normal kind of tweezers. So I thought I'd just show you just in case you did need some kind of cute aesthetic beauty stuff. They also have a range of nail polishes what come out in this collection. I did pick up one and these are £1.50 and they're just kind of, you get a lot of product and it has a nice little slim cute kind of packaging. It just says K-pop Spring Fling nail polish, and this was in the shade No Way, which I did put on my nails but you can't see it very well probably. Very cute colour and very nice for spring. They also had a kind of baby blue, kind of orangey like on my eyelids, and there was another one, I think a purple. Then I also got this, which I wasn't too sure what it was to begin with, but it's a K-pop Beamin' Shimmer Powder and they had it in two colours. This was £2.50 and I got it in Star Cluster, and I think the other shade was like Galaxy or something, which is more of a pinky. But on the top it has a mirror, which is very useful for on the go, and I wasn't too sure how to use this, so I'll try and use a little bit. When you take the lid off it's like a powdery puff thing. So I think the idea is just to kind of pat it. See, this is quite subtle and it's more like bigger chunks of glitter, so rather than like a natural highlight it's more, well, it's a shimmer powder, you know, you can put it down your neck on anywhere for like festivals and things, but you could also put it on your face as like a highlighter. So it is a really pretty product. I'm just not sure whether I would reach for it a lot. So they did have some lip products what were in the K-pop range, but I didn't pick any up. They didn't have any testers for it and I was kind of, I get worried if I can't test things. So they did have two things which I was going to pick up, but then I ummed and ahed a bit. There was the jelly lipsticks. They were kind of in a really sweet packaging, very like Korean style packaging. And the other one was a kind of powder puffy lip product. So it was like in kind of similar packaging to this, but more slim. Got some products which I wanted to test out, which are kind of similar and go with this kind of theme. So I'll use them instead. So first off, I'm going to use this Makeup Revolution lipstick, which I got for £1 off of Superdrug online, and it's a yellow colour. Why I needed a yellow lipstick, I don't know. I thought it might be good for cosplays or for makeup looks or Halloween. I'd like to do a Simpsons inspired kind of makeup look, so it's a really nice kind of yellowy colour. I thought it'd be more yellowy than mustard. Thought I'll try it because it kind of goes with the whole Korean kind of makeup look. Okay, it's quite sheer so far. I think it's something that's going to be a bit more buildable. I think if you had a yellow lip liner and then put this on top. Okay, so it is yellow, but for £1 it's not bad. It is a bit streaky and patchy, but overall it's alright. I mean, I probably wouldn't wear it day to day. For cosplays or for conventions or pictures or whatever, it is pretty good. So I'm just going to take this off and then I'm going to use my other product, which is kind of similar to the ones I was selling at Primark. So the other lip product I have to test out is actually from NYX, and this came out with the kind of mochi range that they brought out. I do have the mochi palette, which I'm going to do a review on soon and kind of do like a look with. But these are the NYX Powder Puff Lippy Powder Lip Cream. So they're kind of similar to the ones they had at Primark. I got my shade in Squad Goals, so I did test a few and I went for the one what I probably wear day to day more, so it's more of a kind of pinky nude. Okay, so this is what it looks like out of the package, and it's just the same colour as whatever colour that you've picked up. And then when you take this off, it has a little powdery puff thing. So these kind of remind me of when I was younger. We used to have quite a few lip glosses from like Claire's or somewhere, which had this kind of applicator on. Okay, so you can see the product coming out of the sponge applicator as you squeeze it. I'm always a bit wary of these because I always feel like it's gonna do too much. This is a matte formula. It feels really smooth though. It smells vanilla-y as well. And the colour's really pretty. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So the sponge applicator I thought would be a bit difficult to try and create a lip line and apply it, but it actually worked okay. And when you kind of put your lips together, press them, it's kind of balmy. It doesn't feel drying or matte or powdery. It's kind of like a balm. But yeah, I think this lip look is really pretty. I'll probably wear this a lot more. I'm quite impressed with it. Okay, so I've tested everything out and overall I am really happy with the things that I've tried and picked up. I think my favourite would be the Sugar Rush eyeshadow palette from Primark. I think for £4 it's really good, really pigmented, and they've really upped the game with how their products are and the pigmentation and the fallout, because I was expecting it to, like especially the yellow, I was expecting it not to come out as kind of bright and as it is in the pan. I'm also super impressed with the Sweet Cheeks palette. I do prefer some other highlighters, but I do like the highlighters in this. I like the Bonbon for on the cheeks. Even though I usually have a matte blush, I do like having this kind of like sheer blush. It's really pretty and it makes you look a little bit more healthier. And of course, if you want any kind of cutesy Korean inspired beauty bits, then it's really good to pick up, and they're really cheap, like these tweezers and some of the kind of brush cleansers that they have. I think it's fair to say that Korean beauty and their makeup is kind of coming over to the UK and the US a bit more, mainly the US than UK, but I think a lot of brands are noticing interest in it, so they're kind of picking up on it more, which is good for the people like me what love kind of like Japanese, Korean kind of inspired things and beauty. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed me testing out these little Primark K-pop bits, and if you see them in your Primark, then go give them a swatch and let me know down below what you thought of them as well. Also comment down below if there's any other makeup brands or new things that have come out which you want me to try, because I'll test them and see if I like them. I usually buy them anyway out of just bad spending habits and interest, and I'm a little bit addicted to buying kind of cute packaging. It's a problem. So I hope to see you guys soon. If you want to be notified that I have uploaded any new videos, then just subscribe and click the bell button, and then it will tell you in your subscription box that I have done a new upload. Give this video a like if you want me to continue doing some new beauty things. Thanks for watching guys, bye!